Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex. I don't know if you know this about me. If you're new, you might not. If you're not new, then you're sick of me. You're sick of me saying it. I have a pale, warm, olive skin tone. And I'll be honest with you, it's a struggle. It's been a struggle my whole life to try and figure out like colors that actually work for me. So today I wanted to share with you my favorite bronzers for pale, warm, olive skin tones. Okay? Let me know if this is a series that you actually like. Maybe you want to see blushes, maybe you want to see like face powders, whatever. Yeah, happy to do more of that. Before we get into it, let's address the elephant in the room. I'm not wearing press-ons. I was so lazy. I didn't feel like it. I thought I would be boring. I painted my nails out of respect, and they're already chipping, and I'm so angry about it. But it does look kind of cute. It's kind of like a nice like shimmery thing happening. You know what I mean? I feel like such a dude when I don't have nails on. But seriously, but for reals, I dyed my hair copper. What do you guys think? What do you think? I also got it cut, and I kind of regret cutting it because it looked really good when it was longer. Like the copper was so nice when it was longer, but I was sick of having to style it. Anyway, whatever. I really like it. I hope you enjoy it. Do we pop against this blue background or do we not? Because I feel like we do. All right, who cares? If you don't even know me and you're new to this channel, you're like, get to the bronzer. So let's just get to the bronzer. I'm gonna save the best one for last. And I've only got 5, okay? So not a ton of options. These are my faves, all right? So I'm gonna start off with the one that I feel like you've probably seen me use the most. This is Merit Quintz, okay? It might be the lightest one from Quintz. I'm not entirely sure. And I think that's why I ended up picking it up, was because it is a relatively warm shade that is like nice and light enough. Because a lot of the time they're not light enough. Oh, there's only 5. Maybe I'll do it on my hand. Pretty nice, right? I personally find this to have like a really nice balance of warmth in it. It doesn't have too much yellow, but it's also not too neutral. It's not too orange. It's not too red, you know? And if you are like me and you have more warmth in your olive skin, that kind of means that you're like a little bit more towards like yellow-green on the color spectrum. So you want to find bronzers that have a little bit more golden in them, okay? That is just always what I find to be the most flattering when it comes to warmth in my skin. If it has too much red, if it has too much orange, sometimes the red can end up looking like really like purpley on my skin and it just like looks dead. This is just a beautiful shade. Look at that. Really natural, especially now that my hair is copper. You can really see like how flattering that is. I'm not wearing it today. I tried some different products, but if you have been watching my channel for a long time, you've seen me use this a million times. Like it's just such a go-to. Okay, so next up is Salt New York Sculpt and Bronze Cream Tint Pro in light medium. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It actually has a little bit more gold in it than Quintz. Quintz has, I don't know how well you guys can see on camera, it has like ever so slightly more red tone in it. And this is what I use today. It has a little bit more gold. This is a beautiful formula. These are fabulous for you if you have acne, if you're acne prone. The formulas in general are very balmy. They're moisturizing. They're really gonna make your skin look like hydrated and like healthy. And they build up relatively nicely, but like look at how soft that is. Really, really gorgeous. So that actually has quite a bit of gold in it, which is really, really nice. It's nice to do swatches next to each other so that you can really see like what has the best tone. That being said, I really do love both of them. So that is Salt New York, light medium, gorgeous. Interesting. It's funny because when I look at it in the pan, it doesn't look that golden. It's legit though. Okay, next up, I'm gonna swatch Hoola. This is Hoola Wave from Benefit in light, which is actually quite nice. It's a little bit more on the neutrally side, but you can see that it doesn't have too much of that like orange or red. This is very light. Very light. Okay, so this is really, really great if you're even more white than me. Because I would say that on the like value spectrum, and by value I mean like the contrast, like how dark to light, I would say that I am like pale to light, you know what I mean? Depending on how brands are categorizing us. There are definitely people who have pale, warm olive skin tones that are even lighter than me, this is going to be a great option for you. Do you see that? Can you even see that? It's so soft. It's so soft, and it has that really beautiful golden color to it. Oh, so pretty. This is gonna be gorgeous on you if you're really, really pale, but you have warmth in your skin, because it's so incredibly soft and it gives that really, really beautiful warmth to the skin without being like overwhelming, right? Like where these colors can end up looking a little bit more, maybe a little too red or too saturated on skin that's very, very pale. This is going to be a really great option. It's also a little bit more of a matte formula. It's very soft. It's got kind of like that silicone-y feel to it. I personally find that it blends beautifully. Some people have a problem with products like this staying on their skin. So if you know that you're one of those people, you might want to avoid it. But yeah, I love it. I think it's really, really gorgeous. It's maybe a little too light for me, but I have used it in the past and I really like it. Look at that. Ooh, gorgeous gold. Next up is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. This is in the shade Tan Lines. I do really like this as a drugstore option. However, my favorite is a drugstore option, just so you know. So just keep that in mind. I really like these formulas. They're very creamy and blendable, but they have a little bit more of a matte finish. So if you are a little bit more oily, they're easy to work with. They're easy to blend. And they kind of just like blend forever. So they're really, really soft. It's like this beautiful soft matte. And you can see that's a little bit more, like it has a little less red in it. It's a little bit more like, I mean, it's called Tan Lines, you know? So it's a little bit more tan than all of these, where I would say these are ever so slightly more on like the saturated side, you know? If you're really, really, really pale, this can end up looking kind of muddy on you, but I think it's really beautiful. I like it a lot, especially for sculpting the cheeks. And like I said, not similar, they're not really the same kind of formula, but similar to Benefit, it has more of a matte kind of finish. So it has like, it's easy to blend, and it blends out into this kind of like soft, very, very soft finish, which I like. So if you're looking for things that are gonna be more hydrating, then definitely Quintz and Salt New York. And then if you're looking for something that's gonna be a little bit more matte, these formulas are really nice. And then finally, because I tend to lean towards cream bronzers for whatever reason, I don't really use powder bronzers and blush as much. However, one of my favorites that is powder is from Maybelline. This is the City Bronzer in the shade 200. Yes. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How does it compare? So it's got a little bit more of a yellow tone than Quintz. Quintz has a little bit more orange in it, I think. It's kind of hard to tell. They look very close. They look very, very close. I would say Quintz has ever so slightly more red, barely, in it. So if you're looking for a matte bronzer that's like similar to Quintz, but you want a powder, then this is such a beautiful option. This is one of my absolute favorites. I just think the formula is really gorgeous. It has like a luminosity to it without being shiny. It's not a shiny bronzer. It's definitely a matte finish, but it kind of creates a little bit more of a satin look to the skin. So if you're oily and you need a powder, gorgeous formula. It has good pigment. So unlike the e.l.f. one or the Benefit one, you want to just be a little bit careful. It can build up quickly if you are very, very pale. But yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. I love it. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful to see the swatches next to each other. We talking a little bit about formula, what they're ideal for, who they might be, more ideal for, maybe less ideal for. These are my faves. I use them pretty interchangeably. I would say the only one that I don't use as much is the Benefit one, just because it is very, very light. But the tone of it is so gorgeous. So it's fabulous if you are more pale than me. I would say, what do I use the most? I probably use Quintz the most. But honestly, I kind of feel like I need to get back into, well, things are a little bit different now that I've changed my hair color. I think I might stick with the Salt New York one, because I really like that. I wanted to just mention, since we're here, and I don't know when this is going up, hopefully soon, all of July, I'm gonna be doing strictly drugstore content. So all the makeup that we're gonna be using during July is going to be drugstore, because I've been neglecting it, and I wanna make sure that I'm including that. So if you have any specific drugstore products or specific looks that you want me to use drugstore, please let me know. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be seeing these two products in the month of July, just saying. I hope this was helpful. I love seeing swatches because it's so difficult to buy things, especially if they're online. Or if you go into a drugstore and you can't swatch things, you know, it's just like such a struggle. So if you're close to my skin tone, I hope that this was helpful in some way to see these next to each other. But personally, I love all of them. And let me know if you want to see any other videos like this. Thank you. Subscribe, like, comment, blah, blah, blah. Tell me if you think I should grow my hair out a little bit. Also, it's very dirty, just saying. Like, I need to wash it today. So I kind of feel like I should have debuted it when it was like looking a little bit better. Whatever. Okay, love you, bye.